All right, folks, huge issues facing a venerable magazine, Ebony Magazine. A number of writers are blasting the publication, saying they owe them thousands of dollars in back pay. All of this dates back to a number of articles these freelance writers have written where Ebony has not paid them for it. We're talking about thousands of dollars. Many of them say they have not been paid back as far as 2013. Of course, the magazine has faced a number of issues in recent years financially. Ebony Magazine, of course, was sold from Johnson Publications to a private equity firm based out of Texas. Now, again, according to the writers, this goes back to 2013. In response to the controversy, Ebony issued this statement. Ebony Magazine values the work of our freelancers and writers. We understand their concerns, and we know that their unique talent and dedication to telling our stories have been an integral part of our success. As part of our strategic growth plan, Ebony Media is working diligently to streamline and improve efficiencies throughout our operations, and we will honor our commitment to our partners. Now, NewsOne Now reached out to Ebony to invite someone from the magazine on the show. So far, they have declined. They have not responded to our invitation. Joining us right now on Skype from Birmingham is Michael Harriet, a staff writer for The Root, and one of the writers who has yet to be paid for work with Ebony Magazine. Michael, first off, how many pieces did you write for Ebony you have not been paid for?
There's 6 that I haven't been paid for.
6?
6. And most
okay,
of them,
go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
And all of them were written in 2016. I think the latest was August when I decided that I wouldn't continue writing for them.
Okay, so look, I've written freelance articles. I've written in the past for Ebony, for Essence, for other magazines as well. This is just me. If I didn't get paid after one, y'all ain't getting 5 more. And so, you know, why don't you continue writing and you're not getting paid?
Well, when you write an article for Ebony or any magazine, the check doesn't come like the next day. So during the time that you're writing, and I was writing for them pretty frequently, it was during a period where I would expect the check, and when they stopped coming, and they were pretty good about paying early on, but they would always be late. So by the time I realized, well, they're just not going to pay me, I was 6 articles deep that I hadn't been paid for.
And of course, this is the worst nightmare for any freelancer out there. And I think for a lot of African-American writers, they're really upset because folks hold Ebony Magazine in such high esteem. And to have so many writers like yourself around the country who are not getting paid for their work, even though the magazine is still publishing, that's disconcerting.
Right, because like myself, and I'm pretty sure most of the writers at Ebony Magazine, it's an institution to us. We all love it. And we were proud to be in the pages and on the website of Ebony Magazine. So I've been writing for a long time. Ebony Magazine is one of the few articles that I called my mom and said, look, I'm going to be in Ebony Magazine. So we all hold it in high regard. And so we faced the dilemma of whether we spoke out and kind of bashed this institution in our community, or whether we keep quiet and do a disservice to our fellow writers and our fellow freelancers. And so that's where we were at, and that's probably why it took so long for this to come out.
And so what's next? Obviously, they've now been put on blast. Are you hopeful that they are going to settle with all of these African-American writers all across the country?
Hopeful. Yes, I am hopeful, but I am not really expecting it. I had kind of made up my mind that they're just not going to pay me before all of this started. So I would email them about once a month saying, well, have you heard anything? Have you guys put a check in the mail? And, you know, I would get the, well, we're going to get around to you. We're looking into it. So I wasn't really expecting anything when this entire story broke. So I'm hopeful that they will pay me and the rest of the freelancers. I'm lucky enough to have a full-time job as a writer, but many freelancers don't have a full-time job, and they make their living just freelancing. So it's really important to these writers that Ebony make up for its commitment to these writers. And because I think the writers are the people who make Ebony Magazine. I said yesterday that without the writers, Ebony Magazine is just a masthead and advertisement, because these writers are the ones who fill the pages of the magazine.
Yep, you're absolutely right about that. Michael, I surely appreciate it, man. Thank you so very much.
A peaceful protest turned deadly. 37-year-old black man was shot and killed by Baton Rouge police. His hands are in the air, and you still get shot by the cops.
Oh, my God, please don't tell me he's dead.
We're not going to let hate define us.
Race is a big part of this.
If truly all lives matter, then all lives need to matter equally.
What we require is action. What we require is accountability. We understand that black lives do matter, and we will keep focused on this issue.
NewsOne Now, every weekday morning at 7 on TV1.